Hello everyone, welcome back. It's a pleasure to have you here for second part of this questionnaire. In this presentation, I will try to cover the questions from algae, fungi, and lichens. There are 5 questions in this presentation, and I will discuss these questions in detail. Let's get started. So the question is, which of the following is a parasitic algae? Our options are, that is Sarconema furcillatum, Cephalorhizos virusans, Streptomyces scabies, Acanthophora spicifera. So its right answer is Cephalorhizos virusans. Here green algae that is known to cause a famous disease which is known as red rust of tea leaf. रेड रस्ट ऑफ टी लीफ, जो टी लीफ है उनमें रेड रस्ट डिजीज कॉज करता है. दिस इज द फोटोग्राफ. देन Cephalorhizos virusans, it is a parasitic algae and infects various types of plant including citrus trees, tea plants, avocado trees. और ये कॉज करता है powdery spots on leaves and can reduce plant growth and yield. The next parasitic algae that is Polysyphonia festigata, it is a red algae और ये parasitic algae है on a brown algae that is Ascophyllum nodosa. नेक्स्ट इज ट्रेंटिफोलिया एनुलेटा, इट इज अगेन अ पैरासिटिक एल्गी और ये इन्फेक्ट करता है एक मॉस को जिसका नाम है फिनेरिया हाइग्रोमेट्रिका. देन नेक्स्ट एल्गी दैट इज पैरासिटिक, दैट इज प्रोटोथिका ज़ोफ्पाई and it infects various plants including tomato plant, corn plant, tobacco plant. और इसका जो symptom की range है वो बहुत बड़ी है, including yellowing of leaves, stunted growth and reduced yield, finally the death of plant. So these are some parasitic algae in addition to the Cephalorhizos virus. And this first one, that is Sarconema furcillatum, it's again a parasitic algae but it infects the corals. ये infect करती है corals को and it belongs to family that is Chlora Archinophyceae and which contains the unicellular algae and have chloroplasts derived from the green algal ancestor. So this is again a parasitic algae but ये infect करती है corals को. Next option was Streptomyces scabies, ये bacteria की species है और ये cause करता है scab disease in potatoes. Next option was Acanthophora spicifera, ये एक red seaweed है and it is also known as spiny seaweed, a branched seaweed. Are mostly found होती है, it is found in tropical and subtropical regions around the world. Next question, who discovered heterothallism in fungi? Firstly, heterothallism means having two different type of strains, that is plus strain or minus strain thallus. तो इसे कहा जाता है heterothallism. Our options are Blacksley, that is 1904, then Pontecorvo 1952, then Alexopoulos 1962, and Burjaff 1924. So its right answer is Blacksley 1904. This is a photograph of Blacksley. So heterothallism is a phenomenon when fungi shows fusion of gametes which belongs to genetically, morphologically or physiologically dissimilar mycelia, normally referred to as plus strain or minus strains. This phenomenon was discovered by A.F. Blacksley in 1904 in Rhizopus stolonifer. तो ये Rhizopus stolonifer में सबसे पहले ये phenomenon discover किया गया है. Next scientist name is Pontecorvo. Its most significant discovery was the phenomenon of parasexualism in fungi. तो fungus में इन्होंने parasexuality को सबसे पहले डिस्क्राइब किया है इन Aspergillus nadulans in 1954. जो parasexualism होता है, it is a process of genetic recombination and reassortment that occurs in fungi without the need of sexual reproduction. तो इसमें true sexual reproduction नहीं होता है, but there is exchange of genetic material by other ways and allowing the creation of new genetic combinations. So this was a contribution of Pontecorvo. That is the description of parasexuality in fungi was given by this person. Next is Alexopoulos. He is a famous mycologist और इन्होंने एक famous book लिखी है that is known as Introduction to Mycology. Alexopoulos classification system, जो best classification system of fungi है, that was given by this Alexopoulos. So Alexopoulos classification system groups fungi into 4 main categories. 4 main category में divide किया है fungi. First one is Zygomycetes, ऐसी fungus fungi जो reproduce करती है sexually by forming zygospores, and Ascomycetes which produces sexually by forming ascospores, then Basidiomycetes which reproduce sexually by forming basidiospores, and Deuteriomycetes, that is also known as fungi imperfecti. Imperfecti because इसमें जो sexual reproduction होता है that is absent, which are fungi with no sexual stage. इसमें कोई भी sexual stage नहीं होती है. Next scientist is Frederick Bergef. He was a German botanist who made important contribution in the study of plant physiology and morphology of algae. He is basically algologist और इन्होंने एक research paper publish किया था on the systematic position of red algae, in which he proposed a new classification system for red algae. So this next question. Conidiophores united along the greater part of their length to form an asexual fruiting body is known as. There are different types of fruiting bodies which are found in fungi, like we have Pycnidium, that is Asium, then Acervulus, Pycnidium, Sporodochium, and Corymmium. Corymmium is also known as Cynimata, which is the right answer of this question. So first option is Sporodochium, Pycnidium, Cynima or Cynimata, then Acervulus. So first one is Sporodochium. Sporodochium is fruiting body in which conidiophores arise from the central cushion-like aggregation of hyphae. The conidiophores are packed tightly together and generally shorter. इसमें जो conidiophores होते हैं वो shorter length के होते हैं और surface के ऊपर surface के superficial surface पे इसके hyphal growth बहुत ज़्यादा होती है and appear darker in color. And Sporodochium are superficial cushion-shaped asexual fruiting body consisting of clusters of conidiophores. Next one is Pycnidium. Pycnidium is a flask-shaped structure. Globose flask-shaped body होती है which is lined on the inside by the conidiophores. इसके अंदर conidiophore present होते हैं. ये completely close हो सकता है और इसमें एक short opening होती है जिसे बोलते हैं ostiole. And the wall of Pycnidium is called peridium. इसकी wall को कहा जाता है peridium. And it is composed of multicellular layer. As fungal tissue, Pycnidia may form superficially or sunken in the substrata. So the correct answer of this question is Cynima or Cynimata. इसमें होता है जो भी conidiophores हैं वो parallelly arranged होते हैं and they form a parallel fused structure जिसके ऊपर लगे होते हैं conidia. So the next option is Acervulus. Acervulus is a fruiting structure commonly found in melanoconiales, that is Deuteriomycotina. It is typically flat or saucer-shaped mast of aggregated hyphae bearing short conidiophore in a compact. Next question is brown rust of wheat is caused by. Our options are Puccinia graminestratici, Puccinia stariformis, Puccinia recondita, Puccinia fusiformis. So जो Puccinia graminestratici है it cause black stem rust of wheat. जो black stem rust of wheat है वो ये cause करता है और जो black stem है ये हमें black appear होता है due to the second stage spore that is known as Telutospores. और Telutospores are the spores which becomes diploid in the later stages. और ये बाइसेल्ड स्पोर होते हैं. these are unique बाइसेल्ड spores जो कि Puccinia graminestratici के लाइफ साइकिल में बनते हैं. The next is yellow or stipe rust. Yellow or stipe rust that is caused by the Puccinia stariformis. जो stariformis है it causes yellow stipe rust of wheat. So this is the photograph. So this yellow stripe rust which is known to as a killer disease of wheat which is caused by Puccinia stariformis. तो stariformis cause करता है this yellow stripe rust. Next is Puccinia triticina. तो काफ़ी सारे sources में इसे mention किया गया है along with this recondita which causes the brown rust of wheat. Brown rust of wheat. Mostly जो triticina है it is mentioned where they have written that it causes brown leaf rust. So its answer is Puccinia recondita. Next question is Cladonia rangifera is commonly known as. Our options are Iceland moss, rock trip, lungwort, or reindeer moss. So it is not basically a moss, it's a lichen. ये एक lichen है और this is commonly known as reindeer moss. Polar region में पाई जाती है. This is the photograph of this Cladonia rangifera. It is commonly known as reindeer moss. और reindeers इन्हें as a food use करते हैं. Then next we have this Iceland moss. It's again a lichen. ये भी एक lichen है. That is Citraria icelandica. This is the botanical name of this lichen, that is Citraria icelandica. Then next is rock trap. It is a common name for various lichens of genus Umbilicaria. ये भी एक लाइकन है एंड दैट ग्रोज ऑन रॉक. ये सेक्सिकोलस लाइकन है, मीन्स रॉक के ऊपर ये ग्रो करती है. नेक्स्ट लंगवर्ट, दिस इज अ फोटोग्राफ, दैट इज लोबेरिया पल्मोनेरिया. This is commonly known as lungwort. इसे commonly lungwort कहा जाता है. It is epiphytic lichen consisting of ascomycetes fungus and green algal partner living together in a symbiotic relationship with cyanobacterium, a symbiosis involving member of three kingdom of organisms commonly known as by various names, like we have lungwort, lung lichen, lung moss, lungwort lichen, oak lung और oak lungwort. तो ये बहुत सारे इसके नाम हैं. So these all are the lichens and the Cladonia rangifera is the reindeer moss. So this was all about for our today's discussion about this question here. We have discussed 5 questions from algae, fungi and lichens. Hope you will get some idea from this presentation. If you have any questions, queries and any suggestions, you can give it in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.